Hello and welcome to my new software, Webalizer Stats. This is uh, this is a software that I've been thinking about creating for quite some time, and finally had some time recently, so dove into it, and here we are in version number 2. This is just a short overview and tutorial on how to use it, so please bear with me, and I'll try to get through it real quick. Um, as I mentioned, this is Webalizer Stats. It's for accessing your Webalizer stats on your different domains. Um, this software itself is a quick way to access your Webalizer stats. So that being said, currently the only way to access your stats for your website are to open up your website, open up your web browser to access your domain, log into your cPanel, access the Webalizer stats, go into the month you want to see, and then review your actual stats. So it does take quite a while. And this software, once you have your domain set up, only takes seconds to access this exact same information. So hopefully it saves a lot of people a lot of time. And it's great for somebody like myself who's a web developer and needs to access multiple domains. It's a great way for someone like myself to keep current with all of the domains and access their stats quickly, easily, and without wasting a lot of time. So let's not waste a lot of time and get started. At the very top here, I have a little grip area. I call it my bicycle grip. It's also the grip for the software. It allows you to move the software around. You can also grab it in other places, but if you try to grab it in an area where you're actually accessing or entering information, you will not be able to grab the software to move it. So I thought it would be nice to have a place that you can always go to grab the software to move it and around on your screen. So that's that. Now what we want to do is we want to set up a new domain. Let's get started. What you need to do is you need to find out where exactly your Webalizer stats are being saved. Now, Webalizer stats are built into most cPanels, and on my domain or on my server, all of the domains save the Webalizer stats in the exact same directory, so I never have to change it, which is great. And hopefully it will be the same for you. So once you find where your stats are saved, in this situation, it's in my /tmp/webalizer/ directory. You can also find this information through your cPanel. So if you don't have an FTP software like Flash FTP that I'm using here, which is 30 days free, and I recommend it. So if you need an FTP software, go grab it and download it. Or otherwise, like I said, you can go into your cPanel and get the information that way. You just need to find out where exactly your Webalizer stats file path is, which is at the very bottom left-hand corner of the software. All right. So once you have that information, all you have to do is set up your new domain. Now on the top left here, where the blue bar is where the actual website or domain is going to be saved. So I'm going to select the top one just to keep things organized, and where it says domain setup information here at the red bar at the bottom left, you want to enter the domain name where it says domainname.com. Now you don't want to enter www, you just want to enter the domain name. So I'm going to enter my new domain, which is drgdesign.com, and underneath of that you want to enter the login. Now the login information is private, and I'll have to remember it here. And the password is also private, and I'll also have to remember it. Which is another issue of having to type it into your web browser all the time. You have to remember all these different passwords for and logins and passwords for different domains. And once you have the software set up, you never have to worry about typing in that information again. So in that situation, it does save a lot of time. Now, before I continue, I want to tell you that this information here, this domain name, the login, the password, and the Webalizer stats file path are all going to be saved onto your computer. But if you take this software and copy it to a different computer, that information is not going to go along with it. It is private to that computer. Also, this software will not send any of this information to anyone, including myself. It is private for your own computer. The only way this information can be accessed is through the software on that computer, or if your computer is hacked. So the security is really up to you. So you just have to take sort of my word for it, I guess. I know it is free software, but this software is to help save you time. It is not to hack your websites. So, now that I've made your concerns even worse, you just have to, like I said, take my word for it. This software will save you time, and it is for your use only, and it is not in any way trying to compromise any of your domains. So with that being said, I am going to save my account information, which is not going to send that information out to the world. It is going to save it onto my computer. And as you can see, it's been saved, and it's going to automatically set it up for the current month and the current year. And as you can see, my daily usage for June 3rd, 2013 is going to be in the window on the right-hand side here. Now, once my domain's set up, I can change the month and access stats for any month I want by selecting the month and either selecting the domain name again in the blue bar or hitting Get Stats. So I'm going to click to update and hit the Get Stats for May 2013, and here are my stats. Now, like I said, all this information is going to be saved on your computer, so the next time you load up the software, it's going to be there for you. And it is going to be considered private. You will not be able to, somebody else will not be able to get that information, like I said, unless they hack your system. So keep your computer safe out there, and your information will be safe in the software as well. So now we have one website set up. Let's get another one. Now I could go with the second one, but just to show you that you can set them up in any spot, I'm going to select the third slot. So you can see the blue bar is in the third slot, and I'm going to set up a new domain, which is my older website, which I'm slowly migrating from, which is drg.com, drgfx.com, sorry, and the password, actually I'm in the login, sorry, and then I'm going to enter the password as well. The Webalizer path doesn't change, and then I'm going to hit Save Account Info. It says please be patient, it's saving the info. And then you'll see up here it will have drgfx.com. And I was looking at May before, so as you can see over here, it's going to show me the May 2013 for drgfx.com. Now I'm going to switch that to June real quick. Alright, so here is June stats for drgfx. And if I click on drg design, it's going to switch back to June of 2013 for drg design then. So you can see how easy it would be for you to have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 different domains set up here and be able to switch back and forth between them and get the stats. Now once you've had that set up, let's say you want to access the actual files. So everything you browse is going to be saved into a directory. If you hit browse inside the software, it's going to bring up the directory that everything's saved, as you can see here in my documents, Webalizer, and then the domain name. So if you want to take a file and share it with somebody, it's very simple to do. Now the same thing goes with the next one next to it is download stats, all download stats. So I'm going to click yes. I want to download for all the month of June 2013. Please be patient. It is accessing your server, so it does take a minute or two. So please be patient. Alright, now once it's loaded, or downloaded I should say, it will load up an HTML file into your web browser. Now this HTML file has all of that information for June 2013. June 2013. So all of that information will be listed here, and you can access it as you need it. And as you can see here, it is actually on your computer. You don't have to worry about ever accessing that information again off of your server if you don't want to. You can close it and go into Browse, and you'll see that this is the HTML file that was loaded, and all the stats files here are here as well. So that is my basic rundown of the software. There's a couple other little minor things here that you'll find, some hidden keys. If you have any problems or questions, if you have any issues, or if you just wanted to say thanks, I do have a guest book at Free PC Software for Webalizer.com, and I hope to hear from you. I appreciate you stopping by and listening to this, and hopefully you find this software as useful as I hope I will. All the best. Take care. Thank you.